Let me check the sound right fast. I know the sound should be working. I don't know if this mic on up here. I don't know. Let me see. Alright. Check the sound right fast. Come on, yeah, that's on Alright, come on, yeah, that's on there. We all good. All right, Shalom, Shalom. Yasharella, we the brothers of the Great Millstone Camp, the church located here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, 144,000 prophets scattered throughout the four corners, preaching this word in truth and sincerity, with discretion and discernment. And shalom to the Akim and a few Akwat and the children that might be tuning in too. All right. So I'm your brother Yaradan. I'm here with
the Warrior, the Lord.
Khan, yeah, and we just coming back with the Sunday class lesson, man, going into this skirmishes that's breaking out in Minnesota, man. All right. And the so-called white man been shooting people, man. All right. He's letting them horns show and revealing himself to be the sword, like the Bible called him, man. All right, so we're gonna play some of this footage from the Elder Bishop One Gabar's video. Let me see if I can share my screen. All right. Okay, it's up there.
If you want to see the trailer completely straight up, go watch it. It happened while you were sleeping. It happened while the people were sleeping. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Let us not sleep as do others. So these are the others that were sleeping. And this is surveillance. We've been talking about Palantir, all right, and how that, corporation or that group is funding, law enforcement and DHS and all of this and all of that. So total surveillance. People have it in their homes already. Your doorbells, your Ring doorbells and Blinks and all of that is going to be hacked and used to surveil everything. So that's just one example out of many. But when they were sleeping, not the elect. Let me get that. So follow me. Let me get this. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 1. All right. When I say follow me, of course, just follow along as to what's happening and the point that I'm going to get to or get into. So 1 Thessalonians 5:1, but of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. But when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So this world has been living in a wanton state of mind, undisciplined, nothing can happen to us state of mind. Babylon, virgin daughter Babylon, always dwelt peacefully and safely. But then that's when sudden destruction comes, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So sudden destruction is here. It's coming. When I say it's here, this is the beginning of the climax. It's going to climax. It's going to increase. It's going to get worse. This is not turning back. This is only going to get worse. All right? ICE, that's all just the agitators, and they're just here to create the conflict. They just here to ultimately help usher in martial law. All right, which the gray state shows you that. The trailer shows you that. It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of light and of the children of day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. All right, let us watch and be sober. And let us not sleep. So while these people were sleeping, Their eyes were not in tune and glued to what was actually happening behind the scenes, but it's happening now. And this is that was an elementary school. That was an elementary school right here. When you zoom in, and you see a military patrol officer patrolling outside of an elementary school, and there was this video circulating with ICE raiding elementary schools. Don't believe me? Look it up. And another thing that the elder brought to my attention and to the viewers and listeners' attention was that this movie right here takes place in Minnesota. All right, Minneapolis, Minnesota, which I'm gonna go into that word Minnesota again and show you on screen exactly what's going on and what that word means. But this thing is happening, and the starting point is Minnesota. Matter of fact, since I'm saying Minnesota, let me just go and get it. All right, so you can see for yourself. So Mini or Minna is Finn language, meaning that's what I typed in. So in Finnish language, or in the Finnish language, Minna means where to or whither. It's an adverb used to ask about the direction of movement or destination. All right, so where are we going? We're going, as I'm using the word, the way the word is set up. We're going to, just keep that in mind. Or what's happening, what's the destination? So it says, rather than a static location. Let me click on this. Usage, it refers to what heading or what or where we're heading to, or direction someone or something is moving towards. Where are we moving towards? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say where. Where are they moving towards? What are they moving towards? What are they moving towards? We that are in the know, we know what they're moving towards. All right, exactly what we've been prophesying about. We will call conspiracy nuts. We will call this and we will call that. What are they moving towards? They're moving towards their new world order. But in order to do that, they have to stir up chaos. All right, they have to create war, in order to establish peace in their mind. That's what they have to do. So many minute means where are you going? So it really means where to, where, as a question. It says literally, to which direction are you going? So you got that. So now let's go to the other part of the word Minnesota, which is sota. So I typed in sota, Finn language meaning, same thing. In Finnish language, or in the Finnish language, sota means war. So where to war? What direction are we going? War. War. So the direction of the state of America, Babylon the Great, is going where? To war. What war? Civil war. The war within itself. Have not the prophets been saying that? Yes or no? All right, you could timestamp this at the 15-minute mark and answer that question. Have not the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the apostles, elder bishops, elder brothers, teachers, prophets been saying this? Where are we going? Civil unrest, civil war. The scriptures say that. 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 16, Isaiah 19, all right? Matthew 24, various precepts. But here we are, all right? And again, the whole Gray State trailer, the movie, the concept of it that was supposed to come out but didn't because of, I stated the reason earlier, that takes place in Minneapolis, in Minnesota. And you're going to hear it on the screen as well. You're going to hear it in the trailer itself. And the man that was directing this movie is from Minnesota. The elder went into that. He's actually a Minnesotian or whatever, however you say it. All right, he's a native to that state. All right, so he got the information, the news, the one-up, the inside scoop on everything, and he blew the whistle straight up. He straight up blew the whistle on what's happening right now in Minnesota, did a show about it. Did a movie about it, trailer about it, and it's happening exactly how it's being played out in that and depicted. Just watch, just keep watching. It says, sota means war. It refers to armed conflict between nations or groups. What's happening right now? There's division taking place right now in Minnesota, and the division is you have state against the feds, the federal government against the state governments, people against people. The whole LG, and all that, the alphabet, None of that. That don't matter. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about BLM. Everybody's getting got. Esau showed you that when he started clapping these Edomites. All right? They showed you that it's about total control. It ain't about, it's about niggas getting conquered and, Jacob's trouble. But they have to conquer and get over on everybody in order to make this happen. But Jake is the primary target. And when the cameras is off and the military's on the street, that's when they're going to really start effing Jake up. That's when they really going to have their way with Jake. Damn, man, there's so much to talk about, man. And like I said, I'll probably have this up after I have already done the live, which the live, I'm going to go more into that. So I don't know how the Spirit is going to allow it. However it goes, that's what the Spirit wanted it to be. So anyway, armed conflict between nations or groups. It is standard Finnish noun for a state of war. All right, so where is Babylon the Great? What's happening in Minnesota? They're in a state of war. Martial law is about to be declared. And it is. I've said it through the Spirit. Brothers are saying it. That Trump is going to declare it. He is going to invoke the Insurrection Act. This ain't going back. This is not turning back. So you get the point. Lord willing, you get the point. So Minnesota means the where to or the direction of war, if you want to chop it up like that. And another thing, what does gray state mean? Hence the movie, right? Gray state or a gray state or gray zone in international relations refer to activities between peace and war, using ambiguous, coercive tactics like cyber attacks, disinformation, economic pressure, and proxy forces to achieve goals below the threshold of conventional conflict, challenging norms without triggering direct military response, often called hybrid warfare. It also refers to the never-finished film, A Gray State, about filmmaker David Crowley. David T. Crowley is his whole name, which I forget what the T stands for. It's Todd probably, I don't remember. But David Crowley's descent into paranoia, excuse me. So gray state, conflict, a strategic space where state and non-state actors use a mix of political, economic, cyber, and paramilitary tools to destabilize rivals or achieve objectives without open warfare. So this is a psyop. This is all a psyop. And who are the rivals that are being destabilized? The U.S. citizens, the American people. You are the rivals, and they are using you to do this. Matter of fact, the Spirit just told me to just upload this before the live stream. So I scheduled the live stream for 11:15. I'll just push it back to this afternoon, Lord willing. So this will probably go up first. All right. So anyway, a strategic space, which that's happening right now over there in Minnesota, where state and non-state actors, because that's all they are, is actors, agents, all right, agents of chaos. Then the Spirit jump on the Apostle Tahar. The slogan is year of agents, apostates and sellouts, but in Jacob's trouble, but the agent part is yelling. It's speaking loud and clear. In Jacob's trouble and the sellouts, that's next. Apostates, people leaving this ministry because of offenses and fear, that's next. It's going to get ugly out here. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get effed up. So a space where a strategic space where state and non-state actors use a mix of political, everything is political over there, economic, it's economic turmoil too, cyber and paramilitary. We're going to see more of these things come to fruition. Paramilitary tools, they're about to deploy. Matter of fact, they did already. They activated the National Guard. all right, to destabilize rivals or achieve objectives without open warfare. Examples, disinformation campaigns. That's all you have getting is different information, which is a damn psyop. Economic coercion, cyber warfare, supporting proxies, and espionage. Purpose to undermine adversaries, challenge existing orders. All right, yeah, your laws, legislations, your rights, and all of that. It's all being challenged and taken and gain advantages while remaining below the threshold of traditional military responses. So they're not doing it in a so-called way of deboing it, you know, so they are, but they trying to present this thing like we trying to do it civilly, you know, we trying to do this the right way. But the agitators, ICE and all of that, they turning shit up. They're gonna get shit turned up in order for them to come in with a more powerful military response, which is gonna be your martial law. Anyway, so that was 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. I'm gonna go back to the video. All right, let me read. This is gonna be quick, Lord willing. So 1 Peter 4:7, but the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. So we're at the end. We are at the end. And when the scriptures talk about being sober, of course it's spiritual, but you gotta have your, like the Apostle Ricard be saying, you gotta have your medicine strong, your prayer. All right, your prayer, you gotta be and stay prayed up. Be sober. That's how you stay sober, by praying always, man. All right? Be sober and watch unto prayer. Prayer is our direct lifeline to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, don't neglect it. Don't neglect it, because this shit is getting ready to pop off. And there's absolutely no turning back. No turning back whatsoever. So again, but the end of all things is now at hand. We are definitely seeing the end of this man's kingdom, the end of this rulership. So stay locked in, watch, and keep on praying, because this shit is about to go down, and it's gonna, touch home. It's gonna hit home, so to speak. All right. So stay alert. Let me go back to the video, make a few more points, and then that'll be that. So you got military troops watching them play in the playground. RFID chip. Been telling you. Shopping. And look, be smart, be safe, signed up, get your RFID chip. And then you see right there, it's the device. All right, the rice grain. Look, it says shutdown. This is in the back. And in the newsroom, it says live MNN. It says QE4 announced. Federal Reserve attempts to stop hyperinflation. I woke up this morning and gold price was at $5,285. I screenshotted it. And 2 days ago, it was 5,000 and change. All right, 5,000 and change just a few days ago. And I say a few days ago, I'm talking about, I could look it up real quick. I remember yesterday seeing $5,111 or something like that, just a day ago. And it shot up over $160 within 24 hours. And this is, I'm not looking at a chart. I'm going off of memory. That's inflation, man. That is inflation. And I'm going to mention this now, which is some topics or some thoughts that came to mind that I jotted down for, the live stream. But the closest thing to the dollar, which became the further the most furthest thing from the dollar was or is gold and silver. That was the only connection to the U.S. dollar, the fiat currency. But then the U.S. got off of that standard, that gold and silver standard. So, being that that was the closest thing to the dollar, that the way gold and silver move indicates how the dollar is actually moving or where the state of the dollar is going. All right. So, like I jotted down here, as I was in thought, I said hyperinflation, inflation is happening now. And this is why I say that. Inflation is for surely happening right now, but the way that the gold is moving, that shit looking like hyperinflation. And I speak as a man and, just watching what's going on. But let me read on this. I put hyperinflation, inflation is happening now. And the first sign is gold and silver. Why? Because that was the only true attachment to fiat currency at one point. And that's what we should use to measure the dollar. Because that's what was used to measure the dollar at one point. So the way the dollar is fluctuating, the way gold and silver just skyrocketing, it's not really skyrocketing, it's showing you that the dollar is going down. That was the one true attachment to the dollar. And that's what you should look at. That's what I've been looking at over the years since, I've gotten introduced to the metals, through Apostle Tahar. So I put the metal market is correcting itself against the US dollar. I put soon, and it will catch up to everybody. I'm sorry, yeah. So I put was soon it will catch up to soon it will catch up to your everyday necessities. So we're seeing it with gold and silver now, but real soon we're gonna see it with your everyday necessities, meaning your regular shopping items. All right, whatever you go to the store to buy and purchase, we're gonna see it there afterwards. I believe we're gonna see it with the gold and silver, the first connection between the fiat currency, or the first connection with the fiat currency and the gold and silver. We're gonna see it with the gold and silver first because that was the true connection at one point. So it's correcting itself. So we're gonna see it there first. That's what I believe, and then we're gonna see it with everyday shopping and spending. So I get all that from saying where it says here, QE4 announced Federal Reserve attempt to stop hyperinflation. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. And then you see on the screen, it says shut down. Both sides traded bitter words as talks towards deal fell apart. And right now, the government is about to shut down on Friday. And part of that deal is funding for ICE. And you crazy if you think people want to fund ICE. They became the villain. They were purposely put there to be just the tip of the iceberg, to be the antagonizers, all right? To be the bad guy. And who's gonna want to fund them? They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Being dickheads and assholes. And nobody want nothing to do with ICE. Everybody created this hatred for ICE is there. So I don't think this bill is gonna pass. And look, it says shut down. Both sides traded bitter words as talks towards deadline fell apart. So let's keep an eye on that. Right now, today is Wednesday, the 28th, 2026. All right, 11:06 a.m. Eastern time. So let's keep an eye on that and see how this go over the next few days. So airports closed. It says departures. Hey, the scripture say people shall desire to go into the city. I'm going to quote precepts and shall not be able. On the screen, it says martial law declared. And also I noticed that communications was shut down because she's calling somebody and just take a look. She's calling somebody and it's not working. So look, damn, I skipped too far ahead. Hold on. Travel suspended. So communication went down. If you look at the kid in the back, he has his phone in his hand, he put it to his ear, and he put it back. So that indicates they could shut down, and they're gonna shut down communication. Lack of communication is gonna breed confusion. So martial law declared, National Guard deployed to quell rioting. That's happening.
Since last night's declaration of martial law, soldiers are moving to secure
See, she said in response to UN presence, Minneapolis. So you heard her say Minneapolis, all right? Let me see something. Can I do caption? No, I can't. But you heard it. And another thing I noticed too, right here when it says on the screen, when society falls, what do you have in the back? UN troops. What were we saying about all them border crossing, hopping individuals over the past few years? We were saying those were that was all Trojan horse. They were Trojan horses, or they were infiltrators for when this shit go down. When martial law is declared, who the hell said that they all going to be American troops? You know what I'm saying? They is going to be the UN troops who have no ties and attachments to the American people. All right? It's not, ICE is just the tip of the iceberg. And I've been saying it in that same way through the spirit. ICE is just the tip of the iceberg. So here it is. You have on the screen the UN troops. Just look at this trailer as a blueprint. Out of stock. No food. Yup. That's coming. I brought it out yesterday. I'll bring it out again. You know, a broken record. Broken record is what it is. Let me go to it. 2nd Esdras, chapter 6. And it was 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. There you go. You just seen it right there. All right. Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. Out of stock. Those who panic, die first. That's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing all of this. All of this. With every weapon of the state turned against us, how long can we resist? Yup, your back's again pushed against the wall. There you go, busting in doors. Beating up women, beating up people. Look, Minneapolis. Minneapolis, right there. All right. That's where it's happening right now. Again, Minneapolis means where to war. All right. Direction of war. That's what's happening. So I played some scenes, but I deleted it from off of this recording because it was kind of, you know, according to YouTube, we considered violent, and I didn't want to risk it and take the chance, you know. But anyway, that's it. That's it. So, hey, repent, repent, repent. Time is short. Time is extremely short. So I'm going to end this right here, put it up, and Lord willing, get that live stream going. Shalom to the Lord's elect.
All right, time, man. So, as you can see, man, Minnesota going to war, and that's what it's coming down to, man. I got this. Jay got something. You got something you want to get? Go ahead.
2nd Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
That's what I had.
For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to just travel back and forth wherever you want to go, doing your own thing. All right, you gonna have to do whatever them people tell your ass to do. All right, and it's gonna be chaotic, man. This shit finna get real chaotic, man, because people gonna need to get to where they gotta go to do what they gotta do to protect whatever they gotta protect. This shit finna go to hell in the handbasket, man. Go ahead, you can finish reading.
Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And what is that pride? The brother mentioned it earlier on. I think he had the precept to it, but I'm holding that to Revelations 18 and 7. How much she had gloried herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. What she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And that's the pride of Babylon. Babylon believes that it's been untouched and can't nobody compete with it. And this land hasn't really seen modern warfare before.
Mhm.
It is version to modern warfare. You know, it's never had like bombs dropped on it, an invasion from a foreign nation afar,
Yeah.
speaking a different tongue. So it's
Yeah.
very new to that.
America never seen full-fledged war, man. All right, you know, outside the Civil War, that shit was a baby war compared to what's coming with all these insurgents and people coming from other countries and shit infiltrating this place.
We got Matthews 12 and 26. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. Then how should his kingdom stand? You know, how should his kingdom stand if this nation going against this kingdom and this demographic of people going against this demographic of people? You know, it's war in their heart.
Hmm.
And I got Isaiah chapter 19, starting at 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against cities, and kingdoms against kingdoms.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I got 2 Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So yeah, you know, buddy, favorite co-worker.
Mhm.
he just about ready to bring knife to throat.
Mhm.
And then, you know, I guess he always liked your wife or whatever. So, you know, he get to practice his imagination when all shit hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now he got your goods, your wife, and what else? You know,
What more do you want from me?
He said gonna be a lack of bread, you know what I'm saying, because the storehouse is going to be empty. That's why the different nations of people are going to be fighting in the demographics of war. This is Matthew 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom dividing against himself is brought to desolate, and every city or house divided against himself should not stand.
Oh yeah, man. You know, you got the motherfucker, the Democrats and the Republicans. All right, you got the goddamn Bloods and the Crips. You know what I'm saying? This place divided. Motherfucking Blood nigga talking about he don't want to use no C words. He talking about broccoli built bookies. He don't want to say chocolate chip cookies because the shit got the C word on that. That's just fucking stupid, bro. But that's the same thing. It's politics. It's the same way. Just as stupid as a nigga say broccoli built bookies, that's the same stupidity. The motherfucker say, abort the baby. Don't abort the baby. And then you vote for the motherfucker, he abort the baby. This shit is all folly and madness, and it's divided, and it's a wicked kingdom, and the Lord about to bring great judgment upon this place. I got this right here. Mark chapter 13 and verse 12. It say, now the brother shall betray the brother to death, the father the son, the children shall rise up against their parent, and shall cause them to be put to death. Yeah, because it's finna things are heating up, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come out to us for speaking and preaching this truth. All right, and then if anybody don't want to take the RFID chip, they're gonna put a bounty on your ass. There's gonna be a bounty on your ass. Everybody gonna, hey, he over there. That nigga don't got the he didn't take the jab. he didn't take the just like a nigga say everybody was talking about you for not taking that jump shot, they gonna report your ass to the United Nations government facility FEMA camp. His ass don't get the identification chip. All right. And so it's gonna cause brother to betray brother. You know, Jay gonna be scary. You gonna have brothers in the troop in the camp. Brothers gonna be scary. Like, oh, I can't do it. Them niggas all over there. You know what I'm saying? So, this place is collapsing speedily. The Lord said He gonna make a speedy rid. You got something?
This Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sure structs. In their time of destruction, they pour out their force and please the wrath of him that made him. You know, it's going to be a spirit of vengeance, you know, like Skeletor, serial killers and murderers and stuff like that in that time. We on like the Purge amplified.
Mm-hmm. Yup, man, newly created creatures and shit, man. And not only you gonna have newly created creatures and like apparitions or the Lord gonna bring your delusions among you. You're gonna see Chucky dolls running around. All right, Michael Myers and things of that nature. But then, you know, newly created creatures, you got drones and shit, man. This nigga got flame throwing drones. Like when the prophet was writing that down, he like newly created creatures. Wow. He probably wasn't just talking about like the chupacabra or some funny looking ass new animal, man. He's seeing drones flying past, and that shit just robotic dog. He like, that's a dog? That ain't no dog. This shit just running. It's a metal dog with a 50 caliber rifle on it. So
you know, when the prophets they were seeing these dreams, they like, damn, what's that is? They from that time period. We can see it from this time period. Is you know, it's better explained. So they like it's different than them. You know what I'm saying? For a point of view, like seeing chariots, seeing jumping chariots. That's like brand new.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like when the slaves make the song "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot," there wasn't no fucking airplanes and satellites flying around.
Yeah. During
that time when they were saying "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot," coming forth to carry me home. Hey, because in our spirit, man, the Lord was just giving us that song to sing, man. But nevertheless, though, yeah, like the elder brother was saying, man, you know, they didn't see it as we see it now. We could see it. The Lord gave us that eye salve to see it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Who was the prophet said, who should save me out of this?
Woe is me, who shall deliver me from that time?
Yeah,
I believe that word. You know, but what a time to be alive when we can see these things coming to pass right before our eyes, man. And we hoping the Lord keep us rooted and grounded and settled, man. All right, and preserves us from the sad perils that's at hand. All right, we see the prophecies coming to pass. We can see. You saw the video that Elder Brother Amawanga Gabar did, man. You saw the movie Great State. People getting chips. Come get your chip. All right, the feds watching the FEMA camp. They watching the kids play at the park. Ain't gonna be nobody playing at the park like that, man. This shit finna get treacherous. You ever seen Bird Box? The beginning of Bird Box, they was driving the car. Motherfucker got the crashing and everybody running and strollers on fire and shit. That's what it's gonna be like, man. All right, it's gonna be chaotic time. You got something?
2 Esdras 16 and 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So these people still gonna be wicked, even in their punishment.
Yeah, man, and we hoping that the Lord deliver us, man, from these times that we living in, man. Because he said, destroy this me. Yeah, David, who's going to deliver me from those days, man? All right, and we need a shot to come and save us, man, from Esau. Even if he don't come save us, Ain't gonna be no flesh left on earth to save. This nigga finna kill himself and everybody else.
Revelation destroyed him, destroyed the earth.
Yeah, the Lord said he gonna destroy them and destroy the earth, man. You know, but this place is ripe for the picking, man. All right, this place is due for judgment, overly due. All right, the Lord has been long suffering with this place, man. He been letting that cup of wrath just fill up to the top. All right, and you got all type of transformers and transmissions and all type of trans and shit going on around this place, man. All right, you got all type of murderers. These niggas just murdering people. I've been watching. Me and her brother was just watching it earlier. The lady killed her stepdaughter. She was biting and shit. The little girl, 9 years old. The lady, motherfucking 30-something years old. She just biting the shit out the little girl, burning her and beating her and bludgeoning her to death. And that's just one of thousands of body cam footage videos that be popping up on my YouTube feed, man. With the fucking murderers, adulterers, man. People sleeping with people, women and wives. And then I saw one video. Somebody, this what happened. I think that the man, he got caught cheating. His wife caught him cheating, and she smoked his ass, and she killed the lady he was sleeping with. He wasn't even cheating. Ain't no such thing as a man cheating. He can sleep with as many women he wants to, as long as they not married to nobody else. But
it's in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? It's biblical. That's how the 12 tribes of Israel's got here, you know.
Yeah, the Lord ain't never rebuked Jacob for having 2 wives and 2 concubines.
Yeah, so what makes this bitch think she could just kill him for sleeping around?
Abraham, the father of many nations. How do you think Abraham, the father of many nations?
He
only had one woman,
Right.
right? So look, Sarah, we gonna have 20 kids, right? All of them coming out of you. No, stupid.
Right.
It's biblical.
Yeah.
He had Hagar and Sarah, and then I believe he had then some. I think he had more.
Yeah. So
Correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah, no.
I don't know. If
A lot of the patriarchs. Sometimes you do get confused. There's so many of the patriarchs. All had 2 wives and 3 wives and 4 wives and handmaids and concubines. All right, so it was throughout our history. But nevertheless, I digress. I just wanted to mention that because that's the time we live in, man. It's wicked and adulterous generation, man. Where these women is just sleeping around with people and the men sleeping with different married women. All right. You got the Epstein files just came out. This nigga chasing little girls and shit around the kitchen table and shit. They Jay-Z and Pusha T, they and that with TD Jakes and all type of freaky shit going on in this wicked ass place. And that's why the Lord is bringing this place down speedily, man, with a great judgment. And all of the things that's about to happen to the citizens of this place, it's beautiful because you've been listening to and following and idolizing these freaky ass people. These freaky ass, wicked ass people, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Trump, all these niggas doing all this freaky shit. You've been idolizing them and you've been living in their lifestyle too. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they push here in America, freaky weirdo, you've been living that shit too. So now, all y'all ass together finna receive all this maximum judgment, man. All them guns and shit that they got over at the UN, the ICE agents, the United, like the brother read, these be spirits that are created for vengeance, man, who lay on sore strokes. All right, the Lord finna put belt to ass on you niggas, man. And that's the times we live in there, man, where that great judgment is coming, bringing America, Babylon the Great down, man. Edom Kingdom is going down.
I got Mark chapter 3 and 24. And if the kingdom is divided against itself, then that the kingdom should not stand. You know, let me see. I want to say Revelations 1 hour, and it say he said they live deliciously. Let's see. Revelation, they live deliciously.
Revelation 18. Let me see. Revelation 18 and 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works, in the cup which she had filled unto her double. That's what we're talking about. All the shit you niggas. It's just like, I'm gonna use an analogy. R. Kelly, right? R. Kelly, he locked up for so-called sleeping with underage girls, whatever he was doing, hog time bitches in the attic. I don't know, but the point is, R. Kelly ass is not locked up for whatever he did with them little girls. God damn it, them young women. Salaki, I should say. R. Kelly ass is locked up because he pushed adultery throughout his whole fucking entire career. He just pushed the spirit of adultery on the so-called black community, America, Babylon the Great, through planet Earth. He pushed that energy through the world, keep it on the down low, motherfucking all of them songs he made sleeping with Ron Isley bitches. He's sleeping with every bitch Ron Isley got fancy over Jamie Foxx, goddamn it, Sparkle. He was sleeping with everybody. All right. Busted, that song Busted. R. Kelly was pushing that. So now his ass sitting up, he getting judged. His ass booked. All right. And that's what's gonna happen to America. Like America, you citizens, you people, you been goddamn it, dibbling and dabbling in all sorts of mysticism and wickedness and witchcraft and voodoo.
Did you go to verse 7?
Come on, yeah, I'm gonna get it. You've been bipping and bopping and dibbling and dabbling in all type of voodoo, and so now that penalty is about to come on your ass, man. I mean, so like that penalty is coming. The Lord coming for you, man.
Pause.
That's
No, almost.
Verse 7 say, how much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I said, a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow, man. Now I got it.
So nice it came out twice. The elder talked about how they lived deliciously, you know, and they sat to comfort. They was happy with their wickedness, right? They loved it so. I forget how it goes. They wouldn't change it. They have it so. They love it so. They like it. Being able to commit adultery, being able to commit robbery.
This on Revelation chapter 18:8. Therefore, their plagues, diseases, become in one day, death and mourning and the famine, and she should be utterly burnt with fire. That's going to be the war, the third war, nuclear warheads, destruction. Strong is Yahweh, God who judged her. And this Revelations 18:9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. That's America, USA.
Come on, those kings that lived religiously committing fornication with her, they was benefiting off the World Trade Center. They came to this land of traffic, which is the World Trade Center, and it was a city of merchants for them. That great city, they made their little money. And who was the product? Jake is the product. Jake is the byproduct in which they go into Jake neighborhood, set up shop, Moab, Ammon, whatever they set up. They beauty supply store, nail supply store, salons.
Mm-hmm.
You saw, his face is on the money and stuff like that. You seeing the rulers of the earth.
Man, they made a face on the money, man. Just like in the ancient world. He said, whose face is on this coin? Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
The former rulership.
Yeah, but it's a translation of a kingdom, man. The Lord is taking his kingdom out of the hands of one people and putting it into the hands of another people, man. And the people whose hands that is going into are way much more profitable rulers than the niggas that's ruling now, man. So, just what they say, go fuck yourself, man. That's what America doing to itself, man. They better go fuck themselves, man. They just want to be Egyptian versus Egyptian. All right, the government versus the people versus the people, the government versus the government. All right, and hey, ultimately the Lord coming back, man, because it say one ram shall fight against another, man. Things really finna heat up when the Lord come crack that sky. All right, you're gonna have the spiritual realm fighting against the physical realm, man. And the physical realm is going to lose sorely.
They think it's going to be some type of Independence Day. It's going to go all the way different, you know what I'm saying? You get hit with that combo breaker.
Yes, sir. It's flawless victory, man.
Flawless victory,
man. The Lord's coming back. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect, man. It's going to be Esau ain't going to get a scratch, a hit on the angels, man. On your Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Yahushua come back with a sword.
That's right, man.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, America, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. You know, judgment come on Edom and also America, Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
It says in the 11th verse of Revelation 18, it says, And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn for her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Yeah, now they can't get what they wanted no more. They can't abuse the system, and some of them was well, they really were drunk in that Babylon wine. And a lot of them upset about it, but some of them they still want to keep some of the traditions going on. They want to keep that play. The merchants, they want they money. They want they victuals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're gonna sorrow. They don't love Babylon. They don't love this whore. Babylon is this place is like that bitch that it's a used up whore that everybody knows in the neighborhood community. That's community pussy.
Yeah, everybody didn't hear that she ran through, she blew out, man. All right. And don't nobody want to deal with this place anymore, man. So they just finna take it down. And we got that's how the nation's looking. They're like, let's just take that bitch down.
She burned everybody.
She burnt everybody. Now they want to be the next superpower. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be the next whore. I'm the next biggest whore. No.
Like she in that boss bitch mode right now. She wants you to come at her. She wants you to give her all your money, right? Hey, me and my kids is a package deal. Yeah. She doing this shit now. Yeah. Keep your head still. That's what she's that bitch. That's why nobody likes her. That's why her friends gonna betray her. All of that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, shalom to the big brother, Kawash Malak. That's my big brother. All right. Yeah, that's like it. What I had it right here. So like the second Ezra, chapter 9:11. 9:11 is emergency, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain, man. So yeah, that's what the people out there getting ready to receive, man. You get death by pain. You get death by pain. You get death by pain. And you know, that's what's going on, man. Like I keep saying, that judgment is going forward every day, man, on a high level, man. And these people, they disregarded the prophet, disregarded the words of Habashim Shai, disregarded his law, statutes, and commandments. All right. So now it's just time for the Lord to smoke your ass. Straight up. But now we're gonna get ready to wrap it up though. We got the last couple of precepts and definitions. He's gonna pull something right for that.
Uproar in the etymology says outbreak of great disorder, revolt, violent commotion, riot, tumult, a stirring up, literally.
Yeah, the Lord stirring up the melting pot. Babylon the Great. Okay. It's a melting pot full of different nationalities of people, philosophies, and doctrine. The Lord stirring all that shit up, man. He turned the flame up. He put the palette, he put the light on motherfucker high. The fire on high.
This Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 3. Therefore, when there should be earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, that's what's going on in that video, you know, and future prophecies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Second Ezra is 9:3.
No, man, uproar to the people, man, and that's what's going on in Minnesota right now, man. You got niggas hitting. Buddy just smacked the shit out of Ice in the back of the head with the shovel. He get the shovel. He just wham. He crack his ass in the head. They pop Buddy ass in the leg. That was like a week and a half ago. That was like about a week and a half ago. Ice hit Buddy. Ice shot Buddy in the leg. They shot some bitch. I saw the bitch running. She was like, ah! They just shot her ass in the hand and shit. She fell out, rolled around. All right, and then yeah, man, you got skirmishes going against the people versus the fucking federal police force, man. All right, and it's only going to intensify and keep heating up and getting rougher and rougher, man. All right, but no, that was all we had. That was all I had. Jake ain't got no other precept or point.
I'm gonna get Matthew 10:34.
Hey, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34. And it reads, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father,
Okay.
and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. And the man's foe shall be they of his own household. So yeah, the Lord, how about Shem Havashah stirring things up? And he's causing people to be enemies within their own house. Because the prophecy got to come to pass. The people gonna eat their children, man. So you gonna have the children that's badass little nigga. This little nigga, he a Geechee. And then his daddy, he like, oh, I hate this little nigga. He's a Geechee. He finna broil his ass in the oven on 550. He finna put the oven on 550 and squeeze some lemons and put some olive oil on his son. He finna kick his son because ain't gonna be shit else to eat. The store shelves gonna be empty. So the Lord is causing this division, man.
They say people eat people, their hands be shaking and stuff like that. So the cannibalism.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you be eating so much human meat.
Yeah.
You chill, it's gonna be Jacob Chuck. One for like, hey, how y'all doing? Come on in.
That's what I heard. They
Yo,
put their
gonna
hands
be
be
like,
shaking.
hell no, dude, I'm not gonna go
Yeah,
there.
watch out when apocalypse happen. Watch out, their hands be shaking.
Yeah, man. See, we be incognito like on Facebook and Instagram. When we have our pages, we don't be on there preaching and teaching and saying all this shit like we talking amongst each other and preaching on YouTube to the people, man. But I be wanting to get on there and just say like, when the world end, don't fucking come looking for me, bro. Aunties and uncles and cousins and shit, family, friends, get the fuck back, bro.
Too late now.
You running around me like it's too late. All bets are off. I don't trust you. They trying to come kill and pillage and rob. I don't trust people, bro. It's the end of the world. Fuck you and that baby. That baby stroll on fire. Kick that motherfucker. Go on, get away from me, man. The world ended. I'm trying to survive the said perils. So the Lord willing, he be with us. If he not with you, you know how they say, may the Lord be with you. He not with you, your ass be. You know. So yeah, man, it's things he not, man. Say walk circumspectly, not as fools, redeeming the times, man. It's time for war. It's time for people to kill for food. All right, we not just finna just be zippity doo just walking like shit sweet, man. Jake had something else?
Wow.
I ain't had nothing either. It's about an hour. We did about an hour. So, Lord willing, the elect of the nation of Israel was edified, man. All right, until the next time, we're going to bid y'all shalom. We're going to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. Again, shalom to the elect, Kwam Yasharallah, and the Bible Ball.
Ball.
Tonight.